Today, we do the impossible and learn about all the Imperial Blaster variants. Trust me, you need this episode. Welcome back to The Journey, where I'm collecting all 96 Star Wars action figures made by Kenner through the years of 1977 to 1985. And I started from scratch. So if you want to go back and catch up on those episodes to see where I started, please do. So I was on Facebook and I was looking at collectors throwing around these terms when they were referencing Imperial Blasters. V1, V5, V3, and I didn't know what the heck they were talking about. And what do when I don't know something? I research the heck out of it. And after I learn it, what do? I let you guys know about it. So that's exactly what we're gonna do today. So your brain is about to get stuffed by vintage info goodness. So get ready, get your notebooks out, and let's go. So let's start with the figures that the Imperial Blaster came with. And the Imperial Blasters are found with the following figures: the Stormtrooper, Death Squad Commander, Hammerhead, Walrus Man, Boba Fett, IG-88, Imperial Commander, Luke Skywalker in his Stormtrooper disguise, Kez Iban from the Droids line, Kia Maul from the Droids line, and Thal Jobin from the Droids line. And the 7 different colors that the Imperial Blaster came in are the blue-black Imperial Blaster, the blue Imperial Blaster, the solid black Imperial Blaster, the silver Imperial Blaster, the translucent green or semi-translucent green, the dark gray black, and the dark green Imperial Blaster. And here are the figures that came with the blue-black Imperial Blaster: the Stormtrooper, Boba Fett, Death Squad Commander, Hammerhead, Walrus Man, Han Solo in his Hoth outfit, and that's only for the PvP figure. And here are the figures that came with the blue Imperial Blaster: Imperial Commander, and this also came with the Lily Letty version, IG-88, and this version of the blue Imperial Blaster also came with the Action Figure Survival Kit Pack. And a special note, the Lily Letty Stormtrooper was also known to have come with the blue blaster, but the majority of those figures came with the blue-black blasters. And here are the figures that came with the solid black Imperial Blaster: Luke Skywalker in his Stormtrooper disguise, but this figure's also known to have come with the blue-black blaster: Thal Jobin from the Droids cartoon line, and Kez Iban from the Droids cartoon line. And the only figure that came with the silver Imperial Blaster is Kia Maul, and that's the Glasslight Droids cartoon figure. The Imperial Blaster is one of the longest produced accessories in the Kenner line and has the most number of sculpted molds and variations out there. And there are 11 known molds of this blaster. Now, this is where it gets complicated, and I've done my best to sort all these examples out for you. So here we go. The V1. Produced by Unitoy in Hong Kong, the V1 had 3 different classes. V1A has a fat stock where the rear plasma cartridge cell is, a dent above the action, and a circle on the magazine, and can be found in the blue and the dark gray black colors. V1B has a thin stock by the rear plasma cell, a dent in the action, and no magazine circle. These can be found on the dark gray black blaster, the dark green, and the blue colors. The V1C has an even thinner stock to the plasma cartridge, no dent on the action, and no magazine circle. These can be found in the colors of the dark blue, the translucent green, as well as solid black. These variations were due to wear in the mold tool by the sheer volume that these were made over the years. The V2, produced by Unitoy in Hong Kong. This variation has a fuzzy or gritty appearance, and the main way to tell it's a V2 is by the ejection pin mark, or EPM, on the magazine clip. But just know that some blasters have no EPM mark, but still have that same fuzzy or gritty feel. Colors on these come in the blue black, and the blue green. The V3, produced by Cater in Hong Kong. The main difference in this variation is the squared off and flat side clip, and the corners of the magazine are more rounded than other variations. Colors on these are the blue black and the blue blaster. The V4, produced by the Smile Factory in Hong Kong. The V4 has a sharper and is more defined in the mold features. The side clip is more triangulated and pointed, and the end sculpt of the bottom muzzle has a defined pattern. Also, the grip has a raised dot feature rather than a waffle crisscross pattern of earlier variations. Colors in these are the blue black semi-translucent, the blue, and the translucent green. The V5, made by an unknown factory in Taiwan and only released with the Taiwan country of origin Boba Fett. The V5 has very sharp mold details and is much more squared off than other versions. Some have a circle on the magazine and some don't. The color on this variation is only the dark gray black blaster. The V6. This is the Lily Ledy version made in Mexico and also produced in Hong Kong by Kenner and PBP in Spain. V6s can use the previous mentioned V3 mold or the next mentioned V7 mold. Colors in these are known to be the blue black, the solid black, and the solid blue. The V7, produced by Lily Ledy in Mexico, Kenner in Hong Kong, and PBP in Spain. This blaster can be identified by a small bar raised under the magazine clip and can be found in the colors blue, blue black, and semi-translucent green. The V8. The V8 can be identified by a break mold point in the middle of the top barrel and was found on the PBP figures and also the Hong Kong issued Palatoy Survival Kit mailer. The V9. These can be found on the Argentinian Top Toys line and has a different design than the other Kenner counterparts. This was only thought to have been made in black, but blue ones have been found and verified as well. The V10. This blaster was issued with the unique Takara Stormtrooper 12-back figure with the Japan country of origin stamp. The main way to tell it's a V10 is by the sharper feature of the rounded nub below the muzzle. The V11. This version only came with one figure, the Glasslight Kia Mull from the Droids cartoon series, and only comes in silver. And to be honest, this was the most in-depth I've had to go on research in this entire run. And all the information can be found on these sites: Rebel Scum, the Imperial Gunnery, and the Variant Villain. And this research is a compilation from all those 3 sites. And to understand your figures, you really have to understand the accessories that they come with. And although it was mind-daunting to even look at those pages and try to decipher what the heck I was looking at, when you break them down and start to understand them, the clearer it becomes and the more enjoyment you get out of collecting, to be honest. So now, with that understanding, it's time to get a figure that accessory comes with. And we're gonna research data points to get the best price for that figure. Now, I listed in the beginning of the episode the figures that come with the Imperial Blaster. And the one I'm gonna try to get is the Luke Skywalker in his Stormtrooper disguise. In A New Hope, Han and Luke dressed like Stormtroopers in order to sneak around the Death Star and rescue Princess Leia from her holding cell. And although the movie came out in 1977, the figure of Luke in a Stormtrooper disguise didn't come out until the Power of the Force line in 1984 and was released in the first wave of the card backs. Along with the solid black Imperial Blaster, he comes with a removable helmet, and he also comes with a collector's coin. And we're gonna try to pick that up as well. And yes, in past episodes, I have said that this figure looks exactly like John Denver, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. You're welcome. So looking at the Star Wars Tracker app, we can see that prices for a Luke Stormtrooper are at an average price of about $290 US, with the average price at $430 US. So I wanted to compare those prices with what's being sold on Facebook right now. And this one was being sold complete for $325 US with a blue black blaster, which is correct for this figure. It has a lot of head rub and slight yellowing, so I want to try to find a better version for less. And this next one came complete with another blue black blaster, and it came with a coin for a total of almost $500, but overall was a better looking figure. And this one was sold for $325, again with the blue black blaster, no coin, but overall a good looking figure, so it was good to get a data point with something sold. And we found a really poor example of a figure being sold with really yellow limbs and the solid black blaster for $299 American dollars. But again, it's a good data point to get, and the first one we found for under $300, well, $1 under. And we found an MMAO on Facebook, which stands for Make Me an Offer. The blaster is the blue black blaster. The figure is in good condition with slightly yellowing limbs, But for our display case, this is a great example. Plus, shipping comes included. The prices started at 80 and soon it increased. And the prices were in euros, so we made a final offer for 220 euros and the seller accepted. And I thought it was a great price considering what we saw on eBay and the other Facebook listings.
All right, so there's a little ding in the box right there. Although those always worry me. They scare the crap out of me, to be honest. What's the best way to do this? A lot of bubble wrap, that's good. All bubble wrap. The best scissors to open this stuff with are the cooking shears, and that's what I'm using here. These things can cut through wire. But you have to be delicate when you're unwrapping this stuff because I've seen it online before where people are unwrapping and they tug too hard and they damage something inside. So you guys gotta be really careful when you're unboxing stuff. Is it a nice container? Look at that. This was a figure that I wish that I had when I was a kid because the playability on this guy would have been through the roof. Rescuing Princess Leia, blending in with the rest of the stormtroopers. Wow, so far so good. It looks great. Nice clean figure. It actually looks better than the pictures. In the pictures it was a little bit dirty. All right, so there is Stormtrooper Luke in all of his glory, holding his nice little pew. Helmet is super clean, super nice. I mean, this thing it's a great looking figure. There might be a little bit of yellowing. The limbs on this character are just super tight. They don't even move. And the thing is that if you were to put a stormtrooper right next to this character of Luke, he is not short for a stormtrooper.
And we also got a coin from Orange Droid, which came with another Lando coin that we can use for our grading run. So we bought both of those coins for $45. And the back of the coin says, young adventurer who rescued Princess Leia from the detention center of the original Death Star battle station. So let's cross this figure off from our sheet. And the total price of the figure and the coin came out to be $305. I mean, it's still a high price, but considering what we saw on those other sites, I think we got a good deal by knowing what those data points were. And let's place the coin and the figure in our display case from Collector Displays. And if you're looking to buy this case, you can use my code TPC2020 for 5% off website wide. And the offer is good all January. The link is down in my description, as well as other things you may need for your collecting journey. And when you click and buy using those links, it does support the channel, so thank you for that. And thanks for going on that journey to understand all the variants of the Imperial Blaster. And I really hope that helps you out in the future. But I'm glad I did it because my brain feels bigger. Can you tell? So if you found this video interesting, please hit that like button. It does support the channel. And if you want to see more Star Wars collecting content from me, please subscribe to the channel and also hit that notification bell so you can follow the journey. I post videos every Wednesday and Saturday. And as always, my friends, thank you, and I will see you next time.
If you're new to the channel, check out the welcome video or just check out the next episode. And please subscribe if you want to follow the journey. And remember, there is no shame in being a Padawan.